is your boy, the street champ, Toby World. Party time. Excellent. And guys, unfortunately, I got some bad news, y'all. I will not be going to the World Cup this year. I'm sorry, y'all. I got the call from the big Donald, and he said that I'm on a no-flight list. You know, I called him. I'm like, yo, Donald, please, bro. Like, bro, the street champ has to be there for the World Cup. He's like, no. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. We don't want your South African self over here. This is our World Cup. We don't want anybody else here. So I will not be coming to America like Eddie Murphy, but I will be returning for Doomsday. There's also another person that will not be going to America this year, and that is Omar Artan. I'm sorry if I got the pronunciation wrong, my bad, but yes, Omar Artan, he is the Michael Jordan of referees in African football, and he is banned from going to the World Cup because he's Somalian, and Trump has basically banned any Somalians from coming to the World Cup. That is right, even professionals. By the way, this isn't from FIFA. FIFA wanted him to come in, so I don't want to see people complaining about FIFA. Actually, you guys can't complain about FIFA, because at the end of the day, they decided to give the World Cup to a nation that clearly doesn't want people coming in. I know what's going to happen. We're going to get another press release from Infantino, the president of FIFA, basically saying, today I feel gay. Today I feel black. Today, I feel trans. Today, Bro, the only thing this guy feels is money hitting his account. He doesn't care, bro. That's why he gave America the World Cup. And as a result, all we've been hearing for the last couple of months has just been bad news. Bro, you think that Wade Barrett is hosting this World Cup, but no. America just keeps giving us bad news after bad news after bad news. So guys, in this quick video, I'm going to be breaking down everything, but I want to give you guys a couple of updates. I'm probably going to be doing a lot of 10-minute drills throughout the World Cup because, guys, the news is going to be going by so fast, right? I got 3 videos that I'm going to properly make and edit, and I'm going to put them all together, and I'm going to release them during the World Cup, including the Chelsea season review. So you guys can consider me your company for the World Cup. I'm going to be the voice for this World Cup. I'm going to be like my boy Jim Ross, you feel me? Oh, my God! Christian Pulisic has entered the pitch with a Glock. No, but guys, trust me when I say this video is serious. I'm going to start off with a few minor complaints, just some stuff that I just really don't like about this World Cup. But then it's going to progressively get onto the more serious stuff because I'm sorry, I'm not seeing anybody talk about this. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the business.
I will build a great wall on our southern border. And
now, again, these first couple of complaints are not like human rights violations. They're just, they're eye violations. It's just making the World Cup look ugly, okay? For example, this corner flag right here. Bro, this is what we're gonna be seeing at the World Cup. Like, bro, this looks like a plunger. And forget about that. Let's look at the pitch that these players are gonna be playing on. This was the pitch that England played on last week. Bro, I know some of y'all are out for 6 months just looking at this. I've done my ACL just looking at that pitch, bro. Like, bro, the players are about to get injured. What is this? It would genuinely be safer to have these matches inside a Hell in a Cell than it is to have on this pitch, bro. What are we doing? And then these goal nets. I do not want to see these kind of goal nets at the World Cup, bro. This looks like the kind of goal nets that Pele was scoring on back in the 70s. And last but not least, and everybody's been complaining about this, bro, we don't want any halftime shows. We're good. We are good, bro. This isn't that episode of SpongeBob, okay? We don't need halftime shows. I'm seeing news reports that, oh, we're gonna get a 30-minute halftime show. Bro, if you go to a sports scientist and you tell them after a first half of 45 minutes of football, these players are going to be stuck in the changing room just sitting and waiting for 30 minutes while freaking Tom McDonald is performing We Are Charlie Kirk. I promise you right now, they are going to slap you in the face with their certificate. Like, bro, stop, okay? But now it is time to get into the more serious complaints, and that is the issue that's been going around with America for ages now, ever since Trump got back in office. Visas and, like, people entering the country. Now, it is affecting professionals because Omar Artan, the referee, the guy that was sanctioned to referee matches at the World Cup, was denied entry because he's Somalian, and Trump doesn't want Somalians coming into his country. How has this happened? How has this reached the stage where we're hosting a World Cup in a place that doesn't want the world to come here? You have a president that, first and foremost, he went to an NBA game last night and he was getting booed out of the building. Even his own people don't rock. He was getting booed out of New York. Bro, you think that this guy was the Green Goblin. And he doesn't want anybody coming into the World Cup. That's the good part about the World Cup. With the World Cup, you have all these people coming from different places. That's one thing about football. Football unites people. Bro, during World War II, when opposing countries were facing each other in the literal trenches, they had like this custom, like during Christmas time, where they'd all play football together. Bro, football was bringing people together, bro. Not people that thought differently, people that were literally trained to shoot one another. I remember all these statistics about how every time Chicharito would play, crime rates in Mexico would go down, bruh. I think when Salah was popping off in Liverpool, hate crimes towards Muslim people in Merseyside went down ever since Salah came, bro. And I hate the fact that these things had to happen because of football, but that just shows that football unites people. So why is Donald Trump dividing America from the world? I know we used to always make these jokes about how, oh, America thinks that they're the world. They think that if they end, then the world ends. Yes, okay, but now we're actually seeing it in real time, bro. It's disgusting. And don't even get me started on what I'm seeing now with the Senegalese national team. Now, look at this video over here. The Senegalese national team, look how they are being stripped and searched. What are you searching for, bro? Are you searching for the AFCON trophy? Why are they treating a football team, a national team, like a security risk? They are looking for any excuse to ban people from coming into the World Cup. People keep talking about America being the host nation. They're not the only host nation. It's also Mexico. It's also Canada. We haven't heard anything from either one of those countries. They've been fine. Of course, Mexico, I can't lie. There was a lot going on early in the year when that big kingpin died. That was very scary. I can't remember what his name was. I think it was El Pincho. No, it was El Mencho. It was El Mencho. And of course, Canada's, they're quiet all the time. I just find this so funny because, you know, as a kid, I used to watch all these American TV shows and they portray Canadians and Mexicans like they're the bad guys. Bro, you had in WWE, bro, you had the Mexican dudes being whole menaces. Bro, look, Canada as well, bro, South Park, bro, they didn't even care about Canadians to the point that they didn't even give them a damn face. Growing up, I thought there was something wrong with Mexicans and Canadians because of how much I was watching American TV shows. Now I'm learning as a grown-ass adult that America's the supervillains. But unfortunately, the only way you're gonna even know about this is if you're checking online or you're listening to schmucks like me talk about it because, bro, these big companies aren't talking about these things. They're not covering all these things. Why do we have to be the new... Bro, I gotta be like Bikini Bottom. Breaking news. Like, bro, because for all the other World Cups, that's all we heard. For the 2010 World Cup in South Africa, we had to learn about how South Africa is the HIV capital of the world. How it's the capital of the world. We had to hear about all the crimes. When Brazil was about to host the World Cup, you had all these publications talking about, oh, but, you know, there's a lot of gangs in Brazil, you feel me? You've all watched City of Gods, right? There's a lot of gangs in Brazil. We had to learn about that. Bro, the Russian World Cup. You know, obviously, Russia's been seen as the supervillains throughout human history. You feel me? They was acting like Russia hosting the World Cup was like the Kids' Choice Awards being hosted at Epstein's Island, bro. They was panicking. And then you had the Qatar World Cup. We had to learn about everything that was going on, the human rights violations. Okay, right, cool. Guess what? All those World Cups went without a sitch. They were fine. Why are we not hearing about this World Cup in America? Do we have to wait for something bad to happen? Because I can't lie, there's a lot of bad stuff going on. I haven't even covered everything, so now we're going to carry on covering everything else. I'm reading some of this stuff right now. So it's not just the Senegal team, also the Uzbekistan team. Basically, they were being treated like criminals, and they had full cavity searches as well. What are you looking for, bro? You feel me? Bro, what, do they think Kostanov got into a plane with a Glock? Like, bro, what are we doing? And then, of course, we have an African referee from Somalia who got a diplomatic invite. Bro, this means you're allowed to go anywhere on earth, except for America, except for the host nation of the World Cup for the 1 month where the World Cup is happening. And then, of course, visa issues pertaining to a lot of journalists, especially African ones, Iranian ones, or even the fact that a lot of Moroccan fans have been denied entry going into the World Cup. And last but not least, we got 14 members of Iran's backroom staff being denied entries, period. So I gotta ask this question, right? If we're having so many people being denied entry, or if they are allowed to get in there, they're being treated like freaking criminals, right? Who is this World Cup for? Fundamentally, that is the question. Who is this World Cup for? Because forget about that fact, right? Let's even look at the ticket prices. Have you seen how expensive these ticket prices are? They're the most expensive in history, to the point that the mayor of New York is begging for cheaper prices. Oh, but it doesn't matter if the stadiums are going to be half empty, because we're gonna have celebrities in the front row. We're gonna have Elon Musk at the front row of Panama versus England. We're gonna have Jeff Bezos. We're gonna have Travis Scott. Bro, screw Travis Scott. Screw Elon Musk. And screw French Montana. I don't even know why I said screw French Montana. He wasn't even involved there. But still, bro, the point still stands. Who is this World Cup for? Basic people can't afford to get in. The people that can't afford to get in, listen, you have to be from a certain country. Got to be from Europe, buddy. You got well, if you're from a country that ends in stan, it's like that Peter Griffin meme. You feel me? Where he's looking at the no, bro. We know what's going on, especially because America has been, bro. America is so crazy about getting people out of their country. They're even getting their own citizens out of the country, bro. With we saw what ICE was doing early in the year. Bro, we were seeing news that they was even, ending the lives of actual American citizens. You know what's so funny? Like, we have so much bad things happening in the world, but we've always had bad things happening in the world. Every World Cup that I've seen, there's been so much political tension going on, but that World Cup is that 1 month where people can just forget about it and they can just have fun. Bro, this is feeling like the Berlin Olympics back in 1936. You feel me? This is what happens when you get a guy like Trump in office. A reality TV star, a guy that clearly has been saying since like 2016 that he wants to keep people away. He wants to keep America like his little exclusive billionaires boy clubs where crazy stuff happens in there. You feel me? I ain't never gonna say that. I'll get demonetized. But one, it's absolutely disgusting what's happening. And two, it's disgusting that we're not hearing it from other publications. Why do I have to make videos about this? Dude, I'm a guy that gets online and bro, people expect me to make jokes about guys like Pedro Porco, bro. I make jokes. I'm supposed to be the funny guy, and I gotta report about stuff like this because I feel like it's not gonna be broadcasted or it's not gonna be spoken about enough. Other YouTubers probably can't talk about it either. You feel me? But bro, it has to be said. And we need to complain. Guys, I'm gonna tell you guys this right now. We as people don't complain enough, bro. We have to kick up a fuss. We have to, bro, we have to use our voice. We can't just watch all this bad stuff happen and just be complicit to it. We can't. Bro, there's actual lives that are being affected right now. This isn't entertainment. This is real lives being affected at a time when this shouldn't be happening. It's terrible. It's awful. It's disgusting. And I don't care. Every time something like this happens, I will broadcast. I will talk about it. You feel me? I hope you guys understand. I know some of y'all just want me to make jokes, but we got to talk about these things. And that's why I appreciate anybody that has watched this video and anybody that does like this video. And of course, subscribe, helping me on my journey, which we're trying to get to 100,000. So I appreciate you guys sitting down, watching, listening. And please, guys, go off in the comments. I'm urging you. Go on. Say what you feel. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me your opinions, because we are not going to be silenced. We are not going to be silenced. At this point, we're going to have to be the new media. It's been your boy, the Streets Champ. I've given you the gift of Total World. Drink it in, man.
World gang. Hit that sub button fast, quick. If you don't, you're going to get your ass kicked. Cause the journey's looking magic. Subscribe, like it up, hype it up, hat trick. We want 100K, no pain. World gang's on fire, no cane. I think your girl rang. She tell me, Toby, I wanna join World Gang.